Hey everyone! Today we're diving deep into XRP, and I've got some incredible data to share with you that's going to get you excited about what's coming this December. So here's something fascinating that just came out. According to price history data, December might actually belong to XRP more than Bitcoin. Now, we all know December has traditionally been Bitcoin's month. The market usually wraps up the year on a positive note, avoiding those nasty year-end crashes we sometimes see. But here's where it gets interesting. The same long-term analysis from CryptoRank shows that XRP has way more potential when December rolls around. And get this, even though XRP's median December performance actually starts negative, it consistently turns things around by month's end. It's like XRP has this built-in Christmas magic. So the big question is, will XRP outperform Bitcoin this December? I'm calling it right now. Absolutely yes. And here's why I'm so confident about this. With all these massive inflows pouring into the ETFs, we're about to witness something special, XRP scarcity. And folks, if that happens, we're all going to have ourselves a very Merry Christmas indeed. This next piece of news is absolutely huge. The International Monetary Fund, yes, the IMF, just highlighted XRP as a potential technology for future cross-border settlement systems. Now, pay close attention to that word settlement, because it's everything. XRP is a settlement token, just like XLM, and if you look at what's happening with SWIFT right now, it all starts to make perfect sense.
Key reasons why SWIFT has made a step change in our overall strategy, which was approved by our board last November. Our aim is to deliver instant and frictionless payments, account to account, anywhere across the world, underpinned by the rich data provided by ISO 20022, moving away from point-to-point messaging and instead moving to transaction management and orchestration.
Did you catch that? SWIFT is making a fundamental shift. They're moving away from just being a messaging system to focusing on real-time payments and settlement. This is revolutionary stuff. The reason the IMF keeps pointing to Ripple and Stellar, XRP and XLM, is because they know these cryptocurrencies are going to be the backbone of our financial future. This brings us to something incredible that puts you on the path to becoming your own bank. David Schwartz said something that should make every XRP holder sit up and take notice. Do you want to use a blockchain where people can be their own bank with no middlemen taxing their transactions? Or do you want to be someone else's bank and tax their transactions? If you want the latter, there are dozens of blockchains for you. If you want the former, there's XRP. This is exactly what XRP is going to deliver for all of us holders. We're going to become our own banks. And here's how it works. You'll be able to loan out your XRP, borrow against your XRP holdings, stake your XRP for passive income, earn even more XRP through staking rewards. The best part? This isn't some pie-in-the-sky future scenario. We're talking about the short term here. This technology is no longer years away. It's coming fast. Now, let me blow your mind with some simple mathematics that explains why XRP is headed to 3 digits. This comes from Bayberry Capital, and they've broken it down so clearly that anyone can understand it. His requires a high unit value. Why? Because a settlement asset is essentially a container for value. Think of it like this. The larger the flows, the larger the container must be. Let's put some numbers to this. If a financial corridor needs to handle $10 billion in daily transactions, but the settlement asset only provides a few billion in liquid depth, what happens? The system gets clogged, becomes unstable, loses credibility, and fails to scale. There are only 2 ways to fix this problem. Increase the supply or increase the price. But here's the thing with XRP. The supply is fixed and completely transparent. There's no printing more XRP tokens out of thin air. Therefore, the only mechanism that can expand the system's capacity is an upward adjustment in price. And this is crucial. Market cap debates completely miss the point here. Market cap doesn't move value. What moves value is liquidity density and utility. When you can't create more XRP, you have to raise the price. It's that simple. This is exactly why XRP won't remain a cheap cryptocurrency. The mathematics, the utility, and the global adoption all point to the same conclusion. XRP is headed to 3 digits, and December might just be the month that kicks off this incredible journey. But wait, we're just getting started. XRP is going way beyond 3 digits, and here's why it's still a millionaire maker, despite what the mainstream media wants you to believe. The Motley Fool just published an article claiming XRP isn't a millionaire maker anymore. Their argument? They say it won't give you a 100 times return on a modest investment. Their logic is that if you put $10,000 into XRP and it grows 100 times, you'd be looking at $1 million. But they claim the numbers won't cooperate because a 100x move would push XRP's market cap into the tens of trillions, more than the entire crypto market and rivaling global asset classes like gold or US equities. Here's where they're completely wrong. They're stuck on market cap thinking. Market cap does not matter in crypto. Utility matters. XRP is a settlement token that's going to be part of our financial future. These analysts just don't see it yet. And here's the kicker. We're all on the verge of a supply crunch that's happening faster than most people realize. This is going to make a lot of people millionaires. Now, here's something that should concern every crypto investor. JP Chase just shut down Shapeshift employee business accounts and threatened to close personal accounts next. Why are we seeing this massive crackdown on crypto companies getting debanked by JP Morgan all of a sudden? This is confusing because I thought JP Morgan was embracing crypto. Remember Jamie Dimon? One minute he's saying Bitcoin sucks, the next minute he's talking about people using Bitcoin as collateral at the bank. Make it make sense. But here's another crypto professional getting debanked by JP Morgan. What happened to US banks can now be fined for discriminating against Bitcoin companies. The era of debanking crypto users was supposed to be ending.
And notice how they always say Bitcoin companies. They can never just say crypto. They always want you to think Bitcoin is something special, while everything else is trash.
Let me be clear, Bitcoin is not special. It's outdated technology. It's not a good store of value. It's not digital gold. It's marketing nonsense propped up by a team that floods mainstream media to keep the belief system going. So why isn't JP Morgan getting fined for debanking crypto professionals? Where's the accountability? Here's some massive news that could change everything. Ripple is launching its RLUSD stablecoin in Japan by Q1 2026, with full support from SBI Holdings. This is huge because Japan accounts for more than half of Ripple's global ODL volume and offers crystal clear stablecoin regulation. While XRP has been trading between $2.13 and $2.39, despite new ETFs from Canary Capital and Franklin Templeton, those ETFs are going to impact price over time. Nobody should have expected massive price moves on day one. Why? Because we discovered these ETFs are buying over the counter and through dark pools, not directly from exchanges like many expected. Here's something interesting. If you're thinking about retiring or know someone who is, there are 3 quick questions causing many Americans to realize they can retire earlier than expected, and it's all about crypto. Even Yahoo Finance and Forbes are now publishing articles telling people that if they want to retire early, they need to get involved with crypto. The irony is incredible. On one hand, they're writing articles saying crypto is horrible and used for illegal activities. But then they're telling you that if you want financial freedom, you better invest in crypto. Once RLUSD goes live in Japan, that could definitely be the game changer we've all been waiting for. And remember, this is all coming early next year. 2026 is only weeks away now. It's no longer some distant future we're talking about. But I still believe XRP is going to make significant moves by the end of this year. Here's proof that crypto is becoming mainstream. According to the National Cryptocurrency Association, people are turning to crypto during the holidays for everything: gifting, donating, shopping, and spending. Their holiday crypto report with PayPal via the Harris poll shows consumer curiosity is absolutely exploding, and retailers are definitely taking notice. If you're curious about crypto but unsure where to start, the NCA Crypto Simulator is an amazing risk-free way to practice and build confidence.
It helps you test buying crypto without using real money, with simple, step-by-step guidance so you understand how transactions work before doing it yourself. Whether you're just exploring or getting ready to take your first step, this simulator helps you learn safely. You can check it out at simulator.nca.org. When you get there, the simulator walks you through questions like, how familiar are you with crypto? And guides you through the entire process. This is especially valuable because I know there are tons of new investors in this space, and this simulator will definitely teach you something valuable if you're new to crypto. Here's the one big thing every new investor needs to understand. Crypto is not up only. You're going to see pullbacks happen even when XRP is skyrocketing. You'll still see dips here and there, and those are the times you absolutely have to push through. Why? Because when those pullbacks happen, everyone's going to tell you the top is in and pressure you to sell. Then you'll watch helplessly as prices go even higher after you've sold. You've got to have a game plan in crypto. I stress this more than anything. If you're planning to take profits during the major run-up that's coming, you need to write down specific price points where you plan to sell, and then stick to those targets no matter what. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to sell any of my XRP during this cycle. Here's why. Look at how quickly everything is advancing with DeFi, earning from your crypto, borrowing against your holdings. It could even be used as collateral for mortgages soon. Everything's moving so fast that I'd be reluctant to sell during this run. I want to see what happens from here because I believe the ETF inflow money is going to continue throughout a good portion of 2026. Who knows? It might run throughout all of 2026. And if we start seeing XRP being utilized on all those Ripple rails, that's going to be absolutely game-changing.
I think this transformation is going to start with US regulations. Once the US has clear crypto regulations, they're going to pass those standards down to any other country that uses the US dollar. They'll also be pushing stablecoins worldwide to strengthen the dollar's position globally. Here's my bottom line. I don't think crypto is going to lose much momentum in 2026. That's exactly why I'm so reluctant to sell any of my bags. We'll have a much better understanding once the real breakout begins, but right now, all signs point to continued growth and adoption. The future is happening faster than most people realize, and XRP is positioned to be right at the center of it all. What's your strategy? Are you planning to hold through the next cycle, or do you have specific sell targets in mind? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more crypto insights that the mainstream media won't tell you.